Chelsea overcome red card to beat Spurs and open up 4-point WSL lead. Chelsea came from behind and battled back following the sending off of their goalkeeper, Anne-Katrin Berger, to earn a 3-1 win from a feisty match with Tottenham and maintain their title charge. Sam Kerr was once again the hero, heading in the 70th minute to put Chelsea ahead for the first time and help extend their lead over Arsenal, who play away at Everton in the late kickoff, to 4 points. Guro Reiten had cancelled out Sophie Ingles' own goal in the first half shortly before Berger's red, but Kerr's second-half header and Jessie Fleming's late strike gave the visiting team the win. If there were banana skins on the path to the league title, with Chelsea 4 games away from retaining the trophy prior to kickoff, then these back-to-back WSL games against Tottenham, with the teams meeting again at Kingsmeadow on Thursday night, are perhaps the slipperiest. Rehan Skinner's Tottenham have fallen out of contention after a strong start to the season, a 10-point gap between themselves and Manchester United in fourth on 38 points, albeit with 2 games in hand, means that Champions League football is not impossible but extremely unlikely. Having earned a 2-1 win over Manchester City and taken a point off both United and Arsenal, Tottenham have learned how to compete against the league's best. Liverpool enjoyed a 6-1 win over Sheffield United to cement their promotion and title-winning campaign in the FA Women's Championship. At Prenton Park, Katie Stengel scored twice, with Leanne Kiernan, Melissa Lawley, Missy Bo Kearns and Jasmine Matthews also on the scoresheet before the players and staff celebrated with the trophy after the final home game of the season. With a game to play, London City Lionesses beat Bristol City to climb to second, meaning Bristol City are in the third promotion place, level on points with Crystal Palace going into the final match of the season next week. London play Blackburn next week, while Bristol City are at Sunderland with Palace away at Sheffield United. Liverpool will sign off with a visit to Lewes. In front of a strong cluster of home supporters, boosted by local girls' teams, Spurs began brightly, unwilling to allow the reigning champions a march to the title without a challenge. After 15 minutes they had a shock lead, but not an undeserved one as Molly Bartrop's whipped-in corner ricocheted off the far post then in off the knee of Chelsea midfielder Ingle. Chelsea's league resilience has been tested before. Emma Hayes' team had to exercise extreme patience, waiting until the 90th minute for Kerr to give them a narrow win over Aston Villa in March, when the team looked to be on the brink of dropping points in a tight title race. The equalizer here was beautiful and came from a player who has thrived as the South West London side battles a spate of injuries in the latter stage of the campaign. Released by influential midfielder Jae So-yun, Norway forward Reiten nutmegged right back Ash Neville before clipping a wonderful effort over goalkeeper Tinjurica Corpella from the tightest of angles. There would be further pressure on Chelsea shortly after though. Rachel Williams, who was clean through on the right, took a touch that would have taken her around Berger only for the Chelsea goalkeeper to wipe out the forward and rightly receive a red card. Beth England, who has struggled for starts this season, made way for Swedish goalkeeper Zecira Muzovic as Chelsea reshuffled. In a blistering second half both went close, but a stunning save by the backup keeper from Curry's Harrop's clipped effort kept Chelsea level. With 20 minutes remaining the visiting team took the lead for the first time and the source was familiar. Fullback Jonna Anderson, who had just come on in place of Niamh Charles, picked up Reiten's pass overlapping on the left before delivering neatly onto the head of Kerr who rose highest to divert beyond Corpella. Substitute Jessie Fleming's long-range strike into the top corner put the cherry on top as Chelsea took a big step closer to the WSL title.